Here are 5 Christmas present ideas for fingerboarders. Fingerboarding can be a very expensive hobby. That's why I've prepared a list of 10 different fingerboarding Christmas presents or stocking stuffers under $10. And since I'm a fingerboarder myself, all of these products will not only be cool stuff, but stuff that I would actually use and would actually be functional to most fingerboarders. So if you're looking to buy your fingerboarder presents, or you're trying to find stuff that you want yourself, here is a perfect place to find that out. Okay, first up we have grip tape. No matter what, you're gonna need grip tape, whether your grip tape gets old or you're setting up a new board and you don't want the grip tape it came with. So there's 2 options you have. You can get a more expensive pack of grip with 5 sheets for about $10, and that's going to be on the higher quality side. Or you can go on the slightly lower quality side and get some Amazon grip. You can get like a 20 pack for $8, super cheap, super affordable. Or you could get like a 10 pack for $5. It's pretty cheap. I'm not sponsored by any of these, so I don't have any links, so just look up grip tape on Amazon. But make sure you check the reviews, because certain ones are not good. Just check the reviews. It shouldn't have too many negative reviews. Next up is super glue. Most fingerboarders, including me, like to do DIY projects. Whether that's repairing something or building something new, super glue will always help. Super glue is basically a fingerboarder's best friend. It can fix most things, big and small. Super glue is super cheap and super versatile. On Amazon, you can get some super glue for about $2.50, but you can also get it from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. So it's super cheap, super affordable. You really can't go wrong with it. I mean, most fingerboarders, even if they're not doing DIY stuff, they're gonna break stuff and they're gonna need to repair it. I also thought of an idea. There's gonna be a little wallet at the top of the screen to keep track of how much money this all costs. So if you buy everything, that's gonna be around your total. So the grip tape on Amazon will cost around $6 and the super glue will cost around $2. So altogether we've spent $8 if you buy everything. Next on the list is drawer handles. While to a normal person you might just imagine opening a drawer with them, but to a fingerboarder they make really nice handrails. And using that super glue you can glue the rail to Jenga blocks, wood, or anything you can imagine. They act as really good rails and they're much cheaper than actual fingerboard rails. They can also be a fun DIY project to do. You also have more customability over the size, width, and height. Although I do recommend staying over 8 inches long. If you buy a rail below 8 inches, it's going to be a bit small. I would say 10-inch rails are the sweet spot, or 10-inch drawer handles. On average, these will run you about $7. So 7 plus 8 is 15. So we have $15 in the wallet right now. Next on the list are some cheap budget trucks. Broken Knuckles is a good option for this. Their trucks will run you about $7. But despite that, they're super good trucks. They're very high quality for what they are, and they're definitely worth the price. A lot of fingerboarders, including me, have a lot of decks laying around, but we don't have enough trucks or wheels to set them up with. Well, the cheaper trucks may not be the best quality, but they're definitely better than just having a deck laying around without anything on it. So I'm sure any fingerboarder would be happy to get some V2 trucks or Hex trucks. Some good places to get cheap trucks are Teak Tuning, Broken Knuckles, and Slush Colt. There are many other brands that offer just as good trucks, but those are just the ones that came to the top of my head. Alright, next on the list is sticky tack. When you're fingerboarding and you go on an obstacle and it slides around, it can be the most annoying thing ever. But with sticky tack, all you have to do is pop it on the bottom and it's not going to slide anymore. This can be super helpful not only for obstacles you buy from online, but also DIY obstacles. For example, that little handrail drawer handle thingy, if you put sticky tack on it, it will stay there. But if you don't put sticky tack on it and it's just a rail on Jenga blocks, it's gonna slide around. Sticky tape is necessary because I guarantee all fingerboarders have one obstacle that just slides around like crazy. You can literally get a pack for $2 and it will last you forever. Like, you could probably put sticky tack on 10 obstacles, and it's just $2. One pack, $2. 10 obstacles are so much better. They're super great value, super versatile. Most fingerboarders would need this. Next up are some bushings. You can get these for about $5 on Amazon. There are so many different colorways that are super unique and can fit almost any board. Most trucks will come with bearings, but over time they will they'll break, or, you could just want to switch them out because you don't like them very much. But make sure if you're buying this for a fingerboarder, make sure you ask them what tightness they ride their trucks. So they'll say tight, medium, or loose, and you'll buy the corresponding one. If they say tight and they only have medium and loose, just get the medium. It's pretty simple, self-explanatory. I've only had one pair of bushings pop on me before, but I have changed out bushings just because I didn't like the bushings that came in my standard trucks. So yeah, bushings, they're great, they're pretty cheap, make your board turn better, you can get the tightness you want. Yeah, pretty good. I would recommend getting them. Alright, next on the list is some cheap plastic fingerboard wheels. You can also get some cheaper urethane wheels for about $11, but since this is only under $10, we're just going to go with plastic CNC wheels. Plastic wheels will run you about $4. They're not the grippiest, but they do come with decent bearings and they roll pretty good. Just like the cheap trucks, if you have a deck lying around that you want to set up, but you don't want to go all out with super expensive wheels and trucks, these are a great option, super cheap. They're really great to set up your deck. Some good brands to get these plastic wheels from are Slush Cult, LC Boards, Teak Tuning, and Broken Knuckles. You can also get some urethane wheels, which will be a bit better from Broken Knuckles. Those will run you about $11, but we're not going to count those to the wallet. But yeah, plastic wheels, they're great for the price. They'll make a good present, stocking stuff, or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty good, can't really beat it. Good for what it is. Alright, next on the list is some fingerboarding wax. Now, some people, including me, have actually never used wax before. Well, I've only used wax one time. And that's because I've never had an obstacle that really requires it, except for one. But oh my god, let me tell you, that wax made such a difference. I honestly thought the obstacle was just super bad. Then one of my friends gave me his wax, and I hit it with some wax, and dude, it was just instantly so much better. So if you have an obstacle that you just feel doesn't grind very smooth, probably hit it with some wax, just a light coat of wax, and it'll make it so much better. You can pick up a piece of wax for about $1. So, it's $1. I know you're going to have to pay for shipping, but dude, it'll make such a big difference. It'll make a bad obstacle good. And the thing about that wax is it's probably going to last you at least 6 months if you're consistently using it. But I have a pair of wax that I've used once. I don't think I've ever used it, and I've had it for about 2 months. But you never know when you might need it, I don't really have too many obstacles that do need wax, but when I do, it's gonna help. So yeah, wax, $1, you gotta buy it. Next up is a nail file. Now you may be thinking, oh, is this to keep my nails rounded so they don't get weird on my fingerboard? No. You could do that, but it's for filing your grip off. If you're anything like me, you've been using the same nail file for years. it's starting to lose most of its abrasiveness, and it's starting to get quite dull. I'm gonna be honest, I really need a new nail file. Having a fresh nail file can get you super clean grip jobs. You can literally get a nail file at the Dollar Tree, so that's just $1.25. And I mean, $1 for super clean grip jobs for a long time, sounds like a steal to me. So yeah, if you ever have to put grip tape on a fingerboard, which I guarantee that all fingerboarders do, nail file is a must-have. So yeah, go pick up a nail file, $1 at the dollar store. Why wouldn't you get it? Next on the list are board rails. Board rails, like on a real skateboard, can help protect your graphic from scratches. So if you have a graphic that you really like and you don't want it to get messed up, board rails will save you. I personally don't buy RealWear graphics because I usually don't have board rails on me. And I don't know why, but I feel like most faded away graphics don't look good. Now don't get me wrong, some graphics do look good, kind of faded, but at a certain point of them getting faded away, it just looks old. So to prevent that, board rails will help. A lot of them come with screws, but if you're going to keep them on there forever, I would recommend just using super glue. Or you could get a sticker adhesive one. Those work pretty good too. So not only do the board rails protect your graphic, but they can also add a new feeling to your grind. Because now you're not grinding on the wood, you're grinding on plastic or metal. Now, some people might not like the feeling of grinding on plastic or metal, but in my opinion, I like it a little bit more than grinding on the wood. It has a different feeling and it's super unique. But yeah, doing board slides with board rails on are they're so fun. They feel so good. And lastly, board rails change the way the board flips. Since you're adding more weight, the board will move slightly differently. So if you want a bit of a new feel, you could get board rails, or if your setup is too light, board rails will add a little bit of extra weight. So yeah, board rails, you can get them for about $3. They're pretty cheap and they can do a lot of things. And if you don't like them, some of them you can kind of take off, but it is somewhat permanent with the screw-on ones and the super glue ones. So I would definitely be careful when buying these. But if you get the adhesive ones, you could rip those off, and I don't think they will do much to your graphic. So yeah, they're super good, multi-purpose. I would highly recommend getting them. Okay, those were all 10 items that almost all fingerboarders would want. But now we're moving on to the bonus category. This category of gifts is a little bit more specific for just certain kinds of fingerboarders. Let's start off with a camera lens. So this is for people who post videos or record themselves on their phone. You can get them a fisheye lens or whatever lens they would want. It can make a big difference when posting clips. It can kind of show off a wider angle so it's easier to get tricks in frame, and it can just give you a unique video look. So if you're a fingerboarder and you post on Instagram or YouTube and you want to switch things up, you should get a camera lens. It can really add to the aesthetic of fingerboarding. You can get a solid camera lens for about $6 on Amazon. These aren't going to be crazy good, but they'll work. And yeah, you can just clip them onto your phone camera and start recording. One thing to note is to make sure that the camera lens will work with your phone, because certain phones won't pair well with the lens. Alright, now the final things. So these are kind of two things lumped together, but it kind of makes sense to buy them together. And this is wood veneer and wood glue. This is for my deck makers out there. This is kind of what I'm doing as a background video while I yap. But yeah, if you're making boards, you're always gonna need more veneer and more wood glue. Make sure you ask what kind of wood of wood glue your fingerboarder gets, or make sure you know like your favorite kind of wood glue. And then veneer, I don't know, just get something that's cheap. Not Temu veneer though. I'm not really sure how to price the wood veneer just because like it's so vast in like the quantity and the price, because you can buy like a 20 pack and you can buy an 80 pack. It's just, I don't know, look it up to get a price. I'm too lazy to do that. And then the wood glue is about $5, give or take. So yeah, if you make decks, you know, get some more veneer, get some more wood glue, get a new mold if you want, but that's a bit too expensive to go on this list. So yeah, that's all the stocking stuffer gifts ideas that I have. This was a bit of a different video. It was more of just like me talking over a random video. I just like made a list of a bunch of items and then I just started talking about them, and that's a bit different because I usually am like doing something or reviewing something, but this is just like kind of like a new kind of video. So let me know what you guys think of it in the comments and if I should do more. This was a lot of fun to make. It was a lot easier than a lot of other videos because it's just pretty laid back. But yeah, if you liked any of these presents and people get you presents for Christmas, send this to whoever buys you Christmas presents if there's something that you want on here. And if you're a fingerboarder, I'm almost 100% sure there is something that you would want on here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.